By age 60 your metabolism and kidneys change, and that means a piece of fruit can do more than satisfy a sweet tooth. Some fruits can raise blood sugar, add extra potassium that clashes with medications, or wear down tender teeth, even when you think you're choosing something healthy. You'll want to keep watching because first I'll point out 4 common fruits that are best limited, and 4 simple daily choices that protect your heart, energy, and meds, without giving up flavor. First I'll explain why a handful of grapes can be as sugary as a candy snack, why dried fruit is a hidden sugar bomb, and how canned fruit in syrup quietly loads extra calories. First I'll also show the safer swaps, correct portion sizes, and the timing that helps stabilize blood sugar and reduce medication risks. By the end you'll have clear, practical steps to fit into breakfast, snack time, and after-meal routines, things you can start tomorrow that take minutes, not hours. Stay with me to get those 4 fruits to limit, 4 easy daily habits to add, and a simple checklist you can use while grocery shopping or chatting with your doctor. 1. Understanding how aging changes sugar processing in the body. As we grow older, the body's handling of sugar shifts in ways many people don't expect. Muscle tissue is the body's largest glucose sink, and because muscle mass tends to decline with age, less sugar is pulled from the bloodstream after a meal. Insulin signaling also becomes less efficient for many older adults, meaning the hormone that tells cells to absorb glucose doesn't work as smoothly. The result can be higher post-meal blood sugar peaks and longer periods before levels return to baseline. That creates a very practical problem. Foods that once felt harmless can now produce bigger sugar responses. A ripe banana or a glass of fruit juice raises blood sugar faster than the same fruit eaten with protein and fat. Small changes make a big difference. Pairing an apple with a handful of walnuts or a spoonful of nut butter slows absorption and moderates the spike. Berries and citrus tend to produce gentler responses than concentrated sugar options like juice or dried fruit, so selecting whole fruit matters. Digestion and hormone rhythms shift too. The pancreas may secrete insulin more slowly, and the intestine's absorption patterns can change with age and medication use. Some commonly prescribed drugs can also influence glucose, so it's worth reviewing your medicines with a clinician. Another key factor is physical activity. A short walk after eating helps muscles use circulating glucose, lowering spikes. Strength work, even light resistance band sessions or chair exercises, rebuilds muscle mass and improves long-term sugar disposal. Putting this into daily life is straightforward. Begin meals with fiber-rich vegetables or a small protein portion before fruit. Replace fruit juice with the whole fruit and try pairing it with something fatty or protein-based, Greek yogurt with berries, for instance, or pear slices with cottage cheese. Try a short walk after meals and add 2 or 3 simple resistance moves a week that you can do at home. If you notice unusual thirst, fatigue, or unexpected weight changes, ask your healthcare provider about a basic blood sugar check or A1C test so you have a clear baseline to work from. Small, consistent habits protect energy levels and guard against surprising sugar swings. Start today by swapping one juice or sweet snack for a whole fruit plus protein pairing, and mention glucose testing and medication review at your next appointment. Regular, gentle action helps your body handle sugar more reliably, and keeps you feeling steady and in control. 2. Why high glycemic fruits can increase joint inflammation after 60. A sweet snack can quietly fan the flames in your joints. Many fruits that taste simple and innocent, think watermelon, ripe bananas, pineapple, mango, and dried fruits like dates or raisins, release sugar quickly into the bloodstream. That rapid rise in blood glucose triggers higher insulin responses and fuels processes that promote inflammation, and after age 60 those reactions are often stronger and slower to resolve. Older bodies tend to have lower insulin sensitivity and less muscle mass to clear glucose efficiently, so the same fruit portion can have a bigger impact than it did decades ago. High blood sugar spikes encourage the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These molecules attach to proteins in cartilage and connective tissue, making them stiffer and more fragile. When AGEs bind to receptors on cells in the joint lining, they activate inflammatory pathways and increase production of cytokines such as interleukin-6 and tumor necrosis factor alpha. The result is more swelling, more pain, and cartilage that wears down faster. In addition, diets high in quickly absorbed sugars can disrupt the gut microbiome and allow bacterial components to enter the bloodstream, which further raises systemic inflammation and can aggravate aching knees, hips, or hands. Practical swaps blunt these spikes. Pairing a piece of higher glycemic fruit with a source of protein or healthy fat slows digestion and smooths the blood sugar curve. For example, have a small banana with a tablespoon of peanut butter, or replace pineapple chunks with a bowl of mixed berries stirred into plain Greek yogurt with a few walnuts. Choose whole, fiber-rich fruits over juices or dried fruit, which concentrate sugars. A single glass of fruit juice can deliver as much sugar as several servings of whole fruit. Portion matters too. Smaller pieces eaten slowly create smaller glucose rises than large helpings gobbled on the run. Make changes that fit daily life. At breakfast, swap canned fruit in syrup for fresh berries and a boiled egg. For a mid-afternoon pick-me-up, try apple slices with almond butter instead of a handful of dried apricots. When dining out, ask for fruit as a side with lean protein to keep blood sugar steadier. Keep a 1-week journal tracking the fruit you eat and any joint stiffness or pain that follows. Patterns often emerge quickly and guide gentle adjustments. And if you have diabetes or persistent joint trouble, bring your food journal to your clinician or a registered dietitian for personalized advice. Take one small step today. Replace one high-sugar fruit choice with a low-glycemic alternative plus a protein or fat. Notice how your joints feel over the next few days, and consider discussing the change with your doctor. Small, consistent swaps can lower inflammation and help protect your mobility and comfort as you age. 3. Examples of fruits to enjoy in moderation for better blood sugar control. Some fruits raise blood sugar faster than others because they contain more readily absorbed sugars or lose their fiber when processed. That matters at 60+, when insulin sensitivity can change and sudden spikes feel worse. Ripe tropical fruits and concentrated forms like dried fruit and juice are the usual suspects, so it helps to know which ones to treat as occasional treats rather than everyday snacks. Start by thinking in categories. Whole tropical fruits such as mango and pineapple are delicious but tend to deliver sugars quickly, especially when very ripe. Grapes and ripe bananas also fall into that higher sugar group and can lead to a sharper rise in blood glucose for some people. Watermelon can behave similarly because it contains a lot of water and rapidly absorbed sugars. Dried fruits, think raisins, dates, and figs, are another category to limit. Drying removes water and concentrates sugars, making a small handful equivalent to many pieces of fresh fruit. Fruit juices and smoothies deserve special caution because they strip or break down fiber, leaving concentrated sugars that the body absorbs faster. Practical ways to enjoy these fruits in moderation are simple and realistic. Choose a small portion rather than an extra-large serving. Pair a piece of mango or a few slices of pineapple with a protein or healthy fat. Try it with plain Greek yogurt or a small handful of nuts, to slow absorption. If you love grapes, make them a side to a cheese plate instead of a standalone snack. For bananas, select slightly less ripe fruit when possible. Starch converts to sugar as fruit ripens, so a firmer banana will usually affect blood sugar more gently. When dried fruit calls your name, mix a small amount into a bowl of plain oatmeal or cottage cheese so the concentrated sugars are buffered by protein and fiber. Integration into daily life is about swaps and timing. Replace a glass of juice with a whole apple plus a spoonful of nut butter. Save dried fruit for salads or trail mixes that include seeds and nuts rather than eating them alone. Enjoy a few slices of watermelon as part of a meal, not as a quick standalone snack. Test how your body responds, measure or note how you feel after eating different fruits and share that information with your clinician or diabetes educator. Simple tracking makes patterns visible and empowers better choices. Try one small change this week. Pick one fruit from the "Enjoy in Moderation" list and pair it with protein the next time you have it. Notice the difference and discuss it at your next appointment. Small adjustments add up, and gentle moderation keeps fruit in your life without sacrificing blood sugar control. 4. The 4 essential fruits for digestive health and immune support. Many digestive complaints and the slowed immune responses that come with aging respond strongly to small, consistent changes in the fruits you choose every day. Constipation, bloating, and frequent colds are common problems after 60, and they often stem from lower fiber intake, reduced gut microbial diversity, and diminished nutrient reserves. The solution need not be complicated. 4 specific fruits reliably support digestion while also giving an immune boost, when eaten regularly and prepared thoughtfully. Apples are a gentle, versatile friend for the gut. They contain pectin, a soluble fiber that helps form soft, easy-to-pass stools and feeds beneficial bacteria in the colon. Try a sliced apple with a tablespoon of almond butter for a filling snack, or stewed apples with cinnamon if chewing is a concern. baking softens the fruit and increases tolerance for sensitive teeth. Apples pair well with plain yogurt, which adds live cultures and makes a simple, gut-friendly dessert. Bananas offer potassium and an easily digestible texture, and they also provide resistant starch when slightly underripe, a form of starch that acts like a prebiotic to nourish healthy gut microbes. Ripe bananas are sweeter and gentler on the stomach, making them great mashed into oatmeal or blended into a smoothie for those who prefer a smooth consistency. If you take medications that affect potassium levels, check with your doctor before dramatically increasing banana intake. Kiwi is often underrated but powerful. It contains both soluble and insoluble fiber and the enzyme actinidin, which helps break down proteins and can ease digestion after a heavy meal. Eating one kiwi after dinner can promote more regular bowel movements, and adding sliced kiwi to cottage cheese or plain yogurt boosts vitamin C intake, important for immune cell function. For people with dental issues or swallowing difficulty, kiwi can be pureed and mixed into soft foods without losing its benefits. Berries, especially blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries, are concentrated packages of fiber, vitamin C, and polyphenol-like anthocyanins that support both gut microbial diversity and immune defenses. Sprinkle berries on hot cereal, blend them into a yogurt smoothie, or thaw frozen berries and mash them gently for a soft topping on soft cheeses. Because they're lower in natural sugar than many tropical fruits and high in antioxidants, berries are a smart daily choice for maintaining resilience and reducing inflammation. Integrating these fruits is simple and flexible. Start with one small change, add a portion of a chosen fruit to breakfast, another as a mid-afternoon snack, and rotate choices across the week for variety. Combine them with protein and a little healthy fat to slow sugar absorption and keep you satisfied. If chewing or swallowing is difficult, cook, mash, or blend. Compromise is not necessary to gain benefits. And remember, if you have specific medical conditions or take medications that affect blood sugar or potassium, discuss fruit choices with your healthcare provider or a dietitian to personalize portions and timing. Try picking one of these fruits to include tomorrow, slice, mash, or blend it into a meal you already enjoy, and notice small changes in comfort and energy over the coming weeks. Small steps add up, and consistent, manageable choices help digestion and strengthen immunity as you age. 5. Specific vitamins in citrus and berries that protect aging cells. Cells are under constant attack from unstable molecules called free radicals, and that oxidative stress can shorten the lifespan of healthy tissue and accelerate the look and feel of aging. This is a problem many people over 60 notice in skin, joints, heart health, and memory. Simple dietary choices can ease the pressure on aging cells by supplying the specific vitamins they need to neutralize damage and keep repair systems running. Citrus fruits and berries are concentrated sources of the very vitamins older bodies rely on. Vitamin C, abundant in oranges, grapefruit, clementines, and strawberries, acts as a powerful antioxidant and supports the production of collagen, the protein that keeps skin, blood vessels, and connective tissue more resilient. Folate, present in citrus and some berries, helps with DNA synthesis and proper methylation, supporting accurate cell division and the body's repair processes. Vitamin K, found in certain berries like blueberries and blackberries though in modest amounts, contributes to bone and vascular health by activating proteins that help regulate mineralization. Vitamin C does more than quench free radicals. It regenerates other antioxidants in the body, helps reduce inflammation, and improves absorption of plant-based iron when you eat them together, so squeezing a lemon over greens can be a small but meaningful step. Folate supports the cellular machinery that builds and repairs DNA and helps keep homocysteine levels in check, which ties into cardiovascular risk. Because vitamin K can influence blood clotting medications, talk with your clinician if you are on blood thinners before making large additions of K-rich foods. Berries bring additional protective compounds that work hand in hand with vitamins. Anthocyanins, the pigments that give blueberries and raspberries their deep color, and flavonoids in citrus like hesperidin, have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that complement vitamin C and folate. Together, these nutrients support brain health, vascular function, and skin integrity, practical benefits for daily life such as steadier energy, better wound healing, and potentially clearer thinking. Start small and practical. Add a handful of frozen or fresh berries to morning oatmeal, stir chopped citrus into yogurt or salads, or sip water with a slice of orange instead of reaching for a sweetened drink. Favor whole fruit over juice to keep fiber, and avoid overcooking fruit where vitamin C can be lost. Frozen fruit is an easy, nutrient-preserving option. Before changing your diet, check medications with your healthcare provider, especially blood thinners, and then try one new fruit habit this week to see how you feel. 6. Practical serving sizes and the best time to eat fruit for seniors. Portion control makes a big difference. One medium piece of fruit, an apple, orange, or banana, or 1 cup of cut fresh fruit is typically considered a single serving. Smaller measures also count: half a cup of cooked or canned fruit, a 1/4 cup of dried fruit, or an 8-ounce glass of 100 fruit juice each equal 1 serving. These are useful yardsticks when thinking about sugar and calories. Visual cues help at the table. A medium fruit is about the size of a baseball, half a cup is roughly a small handful, and a 1/4 cup of dried fruit fits into the palm. Many seniors face 2 practical problems: blood sugar control and chewing difficulties. Whole fruit eaten with other foods slows sugar absorption because fiber and protein blunt spikes. Pair fresh fruit with a modest protein or healthy fat. Try 1/2 cup berries stirred into 3/4 cup Greek yogurt, a small apple with a tablespoon of peanut butter, or pear slices beside a small piece of cheese. For those who struggle with biting or swallowing, softer choices and methods work well: ripe banana, canned peaches, in water or light syrup drained, stewed apples, or a blended fruit and yogurt smoothie thickened with cottage cheese or silken tofu. Timing changes make fruit friendlier for health goals. Eating fruit alongside meals, especially breakfast or lunch, helps steady blood sugar. After a walk, fruit can be a light, replenishing choice. A banana or small orange provides quick energy with fiber. Avoiding large portions of sugary fruit or fruit juice right before bed is sensible for people who experience nighttime reflux or blood sugar swings. Also, prefer whole fruit over juices most of the time. A cup of juice equals a serving but lacks the fiber that slows absorption, so limit juices and consider diluting them or choosing whole fruit instead. Integrating these habits is simple and effective. Plan for 2 moderate fruit servings a day for most older adults, such as 1 medium orange with breakfast and 1/2 cup chopped melon with an afternoon snack paired with nuts. Swap a nightcap of fruit juice for a baked apple with cinnamon if you want dessert after dinner. The fiber and slower eating make it more satisfying. Keep measuring cups in a kitchen drawer for a few weeks or use the palm and hand visual cues until portions feel natural. Try this small experiment for 7 days. Note how much fruit you eat and when, then switch to combining fruit with protein at least twice during the week. If you take diabetes medication, have kidney concerns, or take potassium-altering drugs, check portion and timing with your clinician. Little adjustments, the right serving, the right pairing, the right moment, add up to better digestion, steadier energy, and more confidence at mealtimes. Before you go, remember this: tiny fruit choices add up to big differences in energy, blood sugar, and even how your medications work. Quick summary: the 4 fruits to limit are fruit juices and smoothies, too much concentrated sugar, dried fruits, calorie and sugar bombs, very sugary fresh fruits like grapes and mangoes, watch portions, and high potassium fruits such as bananas and oranges. If you're uncertain heart or kidney medications, check with your doctor. The 4 essential daily choices that make fruit work for you are simple: pick whole fruit over juice or dried, pair fruit with a protein or healthy fat to slow sugar absorption, think apple with a spoon of nut butter or berries with Greek yogurt, keep portions to about a fist-sized serving, and stay hydrated and active. Small walks after meals help digestion and blood sugar. A handy life fact: a serving of fruit is roughly the size of your fist, and eating fruit with protein can help keep your energy steady longer. First, no changing habits later in life can feel overwhelming, but these are tiny swaps you can try this week. For example, swap your morning juice for a bowl of berries with yogurt, bring a clementine plus a handful of almonds for a snack, and choose 1 small dried fruit serving only when you need a concentrated energy boost. If you take blood pressure, heart, or kidney meds, a quick call to your healthcare provider will make sure your fruit plan is safe. If this helped, please like and subscribe and tell me in the comments which fruit you'd like healthier recipes for: apple desserts, low-sugar smoothies, or easy portion ideas. Share this with a friend or family member who'd enjoy these simple changes. Next time, we'll walk through 5 senior-friendly snack swaps and a 2-week fruit plan that keeps flavor high and sugar steady. See you in the next video.